Dear children, staff, and the faithful, today's gospel presents one of the three stories in the gospel where Jesus brings a dead person back to life. The other stories are those of Lazarus and the daughter of Jairus, the synagogue leader. This story is only found in the Gospel of Luke. It takes place in a small village called Nain, near Nazareth. The scene is very sad. A woman who had already lost her husband has now lost her only son. She is heartbroken and alone. When Jesus sees the grieving mother, he feels deep compassion for her. Maybe he even thought of his own mother who would one day watch him die on the cross. Moved by love, Jesus says to the woman, "Do not weep." Then he touches the stretcher carrying the dead man and says, "Young man, I say to you, arise." The young man comes back to life and begins to speak. Jesus then gives him back to his mother, filling her with joy. St. Augustine compares the joy of that widow to the joy of a mother church when her sinful children return to the life of grace. Our mother church rejoices every day when people are raised again in spirit. The event also reminds us to have the same love and compassion for those who suffer that Jesus had. And today, we honor St. Cornelius and Cyprian on the occasion of their Memorial Day. These two are courageous leaders of the early church. In the year 250, the Roman Emperor Decius began a major persecution of Christians. In the 3rd century, the Emperor Decius decided that all who would not give up their Christian faith should be killed. The Pope Fabian was martyred along with many others. The emperor told the Christians and Pope Fabian to forego Christianity and to worship Roman gods, and those who practiced it were not killed. And some paid bribe to the Roman authorities and they got the certificates stating that they have left the Christian faith and now worshiping the Roman gods. And those who remained in Christian faith were killed. And among them, Pope Fabian was one of them. Emperor Decius thought that without a pope, the church would die. So he prevented the election of another bishop of Rome, and for over a year. Because of his warning, no one wanted to become the next pope out of fear of death, but a council of priests secretly governing the church. After a year, while the emperor was away at war and died in the war, Cornelius was elected as pope. Later, when Cornelius was elected as pope, some of them wanted to return to the church. A strict priest, later he was called as anti-pope, named Novatian, said they should not be allowed back. He believed that people who committed serious sins and denied their faith out of fear should be banned from the church forever. But Pope Cornelius and Bishop Cyprian of Carthage disagreed. They believed that the people who truly repented should be forgiven and welcomed back. Even though some had once called Cyprian a coward for hiding during the persecution, His letters helped many Christians stay strong in their faith. And when it was over, he stood by Pope Cornelius to fight for mercy and unity in the church. Both of them were later exiled by the Roman emperors and died in exile in different times and considered as martyrs. Together, Saints Cornelius and Cyprian led the church through dangerous times. They showed mercy, defended truth, and gave their lives for Christ. Today, we honor their courage and faith, and we are reminded to show the same strength and mercy in our own lives. God bless you.